Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my wife's sister married her husband, Dylan. He had a kid in high school.
Right.
And then, so Mason is, 14, 15? I think, no, he's 14. But I was like, I'm going to play Warzone with this kid. So, because they live like 3.5 hours away, over close to Missoula, or I guess closer to Flathead Lake. But, so I'm like, hey, Dylan, I need Mason's number. So he's like, all right. So he sent it to me and I texted him. And, dude, I texted him. I started it out wrong. I was like, sup, big dog? And then...
and he doesn't have your number.
He doesn't have my number. No.
Beautiful.
So I'm like, sup, big dog? And then I was like, wait a second. I got to mess with this kid. So I couldn't delete the text because he must have already seen it.
Right.
So I was like, saw you at the fair the other day. You looked cute. Thank you, though. Or he said, thank you. How did you get my number, though? I said, I know Boston's dad, which is his cousin.
Oh,
He
no.
goes, oh, okay. So you're one of Boston's friends. I'm like, no, older. And then I sent him this picture. I just looked up old woman.
No.
I looked up old woman selfies. And he goes, wow, you're definitely older. ... What's that supposed to mean? And he goes, anyway, where do you go to school? So I just messed with him for a hot minute. I tried to FaceTime him like, I don't know, 14 times in the span of 3 minutes.
He's like calling the police.
Yeah.
I'm getting stalked.
So I texted his stepmom and I was like, hey, so my sister-in-law, I was like, hey, I need you to go in, because she had no idea any of this was happening because Dylan was working out of town.
Right.
So I texted her. I'm like, hey, I need you to go into Mason's room and be like, hey, I need to use your phone for a second, and then I'm going to FaceTime really quick because I'm going to show up as just a random number. Just don't answer it. She's like, what? I'm like, just work with me on this one. I'm like, I'm driving right now. I'll just go in there in like 10 minutes. So I'm driving, and I just couldn't wait till I get home. I'm like, Riley, I'm dying with anticipation. I need you to just go in there now. And she goes, okay, I'm going in. She sent that, and then she texted me now. So I started FaceTiming him. Boom, 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 boom. And he's just like, oh, it's Boston. And I'm just like, wait a second. This just turned into a really funny prank where he has to show Riley these texts that he's texting an old lady from like he's like, well, it's just my cousin. So Boston was trying to FaceTime him at the same time as me, so it worked. Like that spiel worked.
Because now he doesn't think it's Boston.
And I was just like I got him to answer a FaceTime, but I had my camera off, and I'm like, hello, is this Mason? And I'm just messing with him, right? And he never said anything, and then he just hangs up. So I'm like, oh, this is stupid. I was having a blast. Like, this was like 3 hours of my life that I can't get back, and I'm so happy about it. But so I was where was I headed? I don't even remember, but I was just like, hey, FaceTime me. My wife was going out to stay with her mom, so I was like, I'm going to be home alone. I'm going to play some Warzone tonight. So I'm like, FaceTime me one more time. I promise I'll turn my camera on this time. And he answers it, and I'm just like, hey, download Warzone, loser. And he goes, that was like 2 weeks ago. Totally blows by the fact that I had just messed with him for so long. And I got to thinking about it. I'm like, so I was talking to Tan about it later, and she's just like, did you ever do that with your friends, like with Kik or WhatsApp or whatever? I'm just like, nope. But, well, we did. But Jonah used to prank call people, but his voice is so distinct to be like, hello. And he'd be like, hi, Jonah. She's like, this isn't Jonah. But
I was a menace, man. I think well over 50 Planet Fitnesses I called and got him to do the lunk alarm.
Yeah,
it was like a 75% success rate.
I remember that.
I remember one guy I called and I was like, hey, I'm calling with IT. And he's like, oh, I'm glad you called. I called you earlier today about the computer. And I just abandoned my whole thing. And I was like, oh, what's going on with your computer? and he told me what was wrong. And I said, oh, you got to shut down the whole system. And he's like, are you sure it's going to take 20 minutes to boot back up in the middle of the day? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's all good. Just do it. I'm with corporate. It's fine.
You have to.
And he did. And he shut it down. He's like, customers are lining up. They're getting mad. They can't check in. And I was like, tell them to wait. Tell them to be patient. Tell them we're adults. And he's just like yelling at customers.
Dude, that is fantastic.
Oh, man.
I remember the lunk alarm
So
prank, though,
dumb.
because we were doing that down in your parents' basement, right?
Probably.
Yeah, that was in your parents'
So
basement.
dumb, dude.
Yeah.
Or
the Facebook Lives that we used to do, too.
I was thinking about that the other day. I had somebody tell me that they had a prophetic message for me that I needed to knock it off with all the lives. And I was like,
What?
You know who it was? It was Caleb Carroll told me that.
No.
He was joking. But he was like, I think that I'm getting a word that you need to quit doing an Instagram live every day. But like when you're 17 and the tech's brand new, it's like sweet.
Not only that, I don't think God's going to talk to him about your Instagram.
He was joking. He made it clear he was joking.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
he made it that was not Caleb at all. No, he made it totally clear I'm not. God did not tell me that. I'm telling you that. But I think the premise of his joke was that, oh, I'm getting something. Let me rub my temple here.
That's like the guys at Bible camp that would be like, God just told me that I need to get your phone number, girlfriend. Just like God just really highlighted you to me in the crowd, and it's just like, nope, that was little Jonah talking. I
never did that.
I don't think I could say that, but
I don't care.
yeah, okay.
I don't care. Did I ever do that?
No, you didn't do that.
I was going to say.
It was usually the guys that were like,
I can't name him, but I know one. Never mind. I bet he didn't do that.
You might remember this guy from, I don't remember his name, but he was like 6'1", 150, 160 pounds. He was pretty built.
That's my built. So he must not have been that built, or he was way shorter than me, because I'm 160 and I'm about as...
He might have been sitting around 200.
Okay.
Because like he was built, but he always wore size medium T-shirts.
So he looked jacked.
On a size large frame. No, he looked like an idiot. Because his shirt, his belly button kept popping out.
I don't remember him. I don't remember him.
He was up at the winter retreats.
Now I'm trying to think. Oh, now that could be anybody.
Yeah.
Because that was all ages.
It was a random.
I was thinking about like older high school.
No.
Because that was
it
summer.
was when we were in high school.
Man, who would that have been?
I don't know. Super fun dude, but just a little.
And he went to Central.
No, he didn't go to Central.
Oh, he didn't go to
He was from another church.
Oh, then I have no idea.
He might have been from, I don't know if it was Libby or.
Oh, then I have no idea.
One of the smaller towns.
I barely knew anybody. Dude, I got to tell you something. This is so funny. You ever have a moment where you like 10 years later, you're like, wait a minute. I had this cute girl came up to me and was like, you have a really deep voice. And my response was, oh, you think my voice is deep? Have you met Randy?
No. You just wingman, bro.
Like 10 years later, I was like, wait, what?
And now Randy's married to her.
No,
could have been
no.
you.
No, well, not really. But then you ever have those moments where you're like, boy, I fumbled that.
Dude, yeah, there was multiple times when I was back in the single life when someone would say something, I'd be like, oh, thanks, that's really nice. Or like, even just a little compliment that's like, I like your T-shirt. I'm like, yeah, I gotta, my goldfish needs walking. And I just walk away. Or just wouldn't even realize it. Like,
Yeah.
Guys are so dumb.
Yeah, girls are like, I totally hit on you. And the girl can come up and be like, hi.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe it's because guys are so bad at it.
I don't do.
Then maybe girls are just that good at it, and as guys you're like, God told me we need to be together.
Yeah.
And that's the strategy. We're like, that'll work.
Yeah, I do.
That guy's treating you bad. You should be with me. I wouldn't do that. Like in your mind, you're like, genius move, and the girl's just like, weirdo.
I actually have a buddy. He met this girl. I don't know where.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she was going to college or what. No, she was working at a small restaurant, and he would go in and he would ask her to date. She was dating some guy out of Canada that was just not treating her well, and he just wore her down for a year. once a week. Once a week.
And now they're married.
Sometimes, yeah. And they
No
got a kid on the way.
No way. Once a week.
But once a week he go and he's like, when are you going to lose that loser and, come date a real man? And like, just wore her down, and it worked.
Fine.
I don't understand.
Fine. One date.
So they went out on a date, and they had a good time, and they had plans to go to a concert.
No way.
Yeah, my buddy and his girlfriend at the time had that plan. They went, and that guy ended up showing up.
Oh, really?
From Canada, and he was trying to go talk to my buddy's wife. I don't know. Can I say names?
If
I'll just make up names, I guess.
yeah, make up names. If you're talking good about someone, say names, or if you're like plugging a business, that's all good. If you're gonna trash somebody,
okay,
then I'd prefer you didn't.
Okay, so
with few exceptions.
So he comes up and tried to talk to my buddy's now wife, and tried to like get some answers out of her or something, and my buddy's not the calmest individual. Like think of when you would get keyed up about politics back in the day, except he was in the army, and he hits really hard, and like he spent a lot of time, I don't know if you call it in the brig or what the heck you call it.
Where's Nick when we need
down
him?
to the brig? But he was in trouble a lot for fighting. Anyways, so that's how that went down. And after that, yeah, they within 6 months, I think they eloped.
Wow.
Went to a small chapel outside of Helena. His dog was his best man. It was super sick. His dog was his best man, and that's when we were working over in Hot Springs, Montana, which is right. Do you know where Hot Springs is? Kind of right there by Flathead Lake. There's Flathead Lake.
I don't think I do.
Polson, and then it's like you go over the hills, and then there's
probably
Hot Springs.
Right where my car accident was. Because it was like
yes,
yeah, right outside of Polson.
Because you went down the lake.
We were headed towards Missoula.
Yeah, yep. You went down the lake. You were going to go through Polson and then St. Ignatius. No, you were going that way. That's the right direction. So Polson, if you turn right before you get to Polson at Elmo, then it'll snake back, and then you get back into Hot Springs.
Sure.
Which you should totally go sometime. They have it's called Hot Springs because it's literally just a town built around all these hot springs. But there's Wild Horse Hot Springs. I'm totally tangenting.
You're good. You're good. That's what this is about.
But
we did 2 hours last week about metal albums.
Oh, word. I could not hang in for that.
Nick, I told Nick, I was like, hey, this week's about metal albums. He was like, you have fun with that.
Yeah. So, but there's this place called Wild Horse Hot Springs, and it's a small joint. We were working past that, down that dirt road on a retreat, building a big dormitory. For 4.5 months. 4 of us were framing up this big 19,000 square foot project. It was sweet. Big pain because it was commercial, but
sure,
it was sweet. And I think it was like a 40-degree day. It was sleeting and blowing sideways. And we're like, today sucked. We were outside the whole time.
It's like how my parents walk to school every day.
Yeah, and we had to walk the material uphill both ways.
Oh yeah.
So we're like, we don't have swim trunks or anything because we were staying in Lakeside, at an Airbnb. So we're like, we just called up Wild Horse. We're like, hey, so we don't have swim trunks. Is it okay if we come dip in our skivvies? And she's like, oh, you don't even need to wear those. We're like, what? So sure enough, they've got horse troughs set up. There's 4 pools.
Just skinny dipping?
You can skinny dip. Yeah, totally fine.
That's the next question.
As long as there's no kids around.
I was going to say the next question then is, what is the ratio of men to women?
It
can't be good.
It's not a super popular spot.
I need to take this part out.
It's kind of a hole in the wall area, but like you can rent. Okay. They've got Airbnbs, so like the Montana Shed Center, they just sell the little shacks.
Yeah,
it's like a regular shed, but it's double long, and then they just have a wall in the middle, so you can fit. There's 2 beds.
Oh, that's sweet.
No bathrooms inside. Like it's just a little cabin, a dry cabin that has a microwave, and so you can get a room there for like I don't know, 40, 60 bucks a
No
night.
way.
It's super cool.
That's
And they have a
nothing.
teepee. You can also rent out the teepee.
Oh, bro. This,
Um,
this oh, I can't say it. This. Oh. I'm like, can I say that? Can I not
It
say
is
that?
on the res. So I think they are kind of going for a theme there.
Yeah, no, that'd be
But-
historic. Is the teepee, is it completely like, is the bottom part of it attached to the ground? I know, I sound
It's
so ignorant.
stabbed into the, yeah.
Oh,
it's,
it is,
it's stabbed
okay.
into the ground, but there's I think they have a canvas on the bottom of it
Oh, sure.
because that's how they make a lot of teepees now is that they actually make it so you can run your poles out down through loops that stretches the canvas on the bottom and then you stretch the sides.
Oh, wow.
But it's kind of a permanent fixture. I don't think they ever take it down anymore.
That's cool.
But dude, it's like take your lady there sometime.
When I get one, I will.
Yes, because
Do you think TP is short for 10 poles?
it could be. I don't know
I've
what
never thought
TP
about that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is it wapiti? No, what's a wapiti?
Oh, a TT?
No, wapiti. WAPITI?
They're going to be like, you are banned from Google for
Oh,
being...
a wapiti is an elk. Haha, I got it right before you showed me.
The American elk, Cervus canadensis. Boy, I thought I did good in English. It is closely
That's not
related to
English,
the
that's
European...
Italian. Latin, not Italian.
Good, we're both idiots. It is closely related to the European red deer, which is somewhat exceeds in size. Somewhat, unless they're babies,
It's all in the
what they're feeding them.
yeah. But
Oh boy. Hey, we never did an intro, so my name's Jonah. I'm your host. If you don't know about that by now, then that's okay. We're forgiving here. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you, what you do.
okay. Yep, I'm Ezra. I am a single father of 13 children.
You're not single.
No.
Oh, that's it.
No, I married 2 kids. We just had our second kid on Christmas Day. And
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew you had a
Yeah.
second kid, but I didn't know it was on Christmas.
No, it was Christmas Day, 5:45 in the morning. We went in, dude. I knew.
Was it snowing? Because that'd be beautiful. Not in the hospital, but outside.
No, we went to a birthing center actually.
Oh, really?
So it was like 18 hours of
Napping while she did that. No, I'm just kidding.
I did not nap. Part of me wishes I would have because I had just gotten the Shocks headphones. Shout out
Yeah.
Shocks, they're amazing. I had those, so I was just audiobooking the entire time, which might make me
Nice.
sound like a terrible person. Yeah, she was just going through it and did not want to talk to me, and I'm like, I need something to do to keep me awake. But anyway, so yeah,
She didn't want to talk to you?
no, she was kind of groaning the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
because
She couldn't
childbirth.
talk to you. I don't want to talk to you, Ezra. Let me get back to what I'm doing. That
Yeah.
makes her sound like that. It wasn't like that.
No. She just physically was,
She was a little
incapable. Yes.
Sure. Okay, it made her sound like, okay, I'm going to give birth to this child. You go do something else. Go distract yourself until we're done here, Ezra.
Yeah. No. So.
It's like, wow.
So yeah, I
You-
run a construction company.
Oh, yeah.
And
Ezra Dormady Construction.
yeah, pretty easy.
Are you better or worse than Brandon's? I'm just kidding. We're not doing that.
on a scale of 1 to
What do you specialize in?
I specialize in nothing really.
So what do you do?
So it's general. I'm a general contractor. So we do anything from I do concrete up. So I pretty much show up to a foundation that's ready to be built upon, and whether it's just a slab on a grade or whatever, and then we'll do everything from there to finish, minus plumbing and electrical and HVAC. Anything that requires a specialized license or school, I didn't do because
Sure.
I didn't like school. So,
Yeah, neither did I. And that's all right.
yeah.
Well, that's very cool. So that's your main gig, or that's your. Weren't you doing something else? No.
No.
What the heck was I thinking of?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm trying to think if I did have any side gigs there for
I
a while.
thought you did. We don't talk very much anymore. What the heck?
No.
Every time we hang out, we're like, hey, we should do this again. And then it's like 6 months.
Dude, that's just how it goes. And it feels like...
When you're adults.
So how long was it that we didn't hang out after... Because
Was it
we lived the party life for 3 solid years.
We had a good run.
And it was a lot of...
Stupidity.
Yes.
Nonsense.
I was... it was shenanigans. It was
Yeah.
years of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Wasn't
it COVID-ish time
it was
when we kind of quit hanging out?
No, because during COVID.
Oh no! Right when COVID started, was the firework out the window thing?
That was when the cops showed up.
Yeah,
when they saw it, because they were down the road
sitting there watching me.
Yeah, we were
Good
throwing
grief.
fireworks out the window all the time. Because we lived on it was the second.
We're beyond the
floor.
statute of limitations, by the way. So
yeah, so we were throwing fireworks out of my upstairs window.
well, this was out of my car, this particular time.
Was it?
Yeah, but I do remember what you're talking about, where the cops were watching us and they had their spotlights and.
Yeah. So no. By the way, this is I don't know if this is legal advice. Do not recommend. But if the cops can't get into your building and they have a spotlight in your window, close all your blinds and then just stick your naked lower half through the blinds. And
just leave.
they have to turn their spotlight off. So I don't know if they had to, but I just don't think they wanted to see that.
They just laughed. They're like, you win.
Yeah, and then I got a phone call or a text. I think I got a phone call from the cops like
Oh, really?
2 weeks later that they're like, hey, we know what you're doing, this, that, and the other. And I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. So guilty until proven innocent, man.
There's no
innocent until proven guilty.
There's no Ring doorbell on a window of a second-story apartment building.
Yeah. I feel like we need to bring back a little bit of Western justice. If people are out here, like, you've taken full responsibility of things, and then they're still trash talking, like, that makes me so mad. It's like you need to...
He's famous.
People suck.
They do, but listen, if you look back, don't even think about you. Think about all the stupid things I've done.
Yeah.
Western
okay.
justice would not work out in my favor. Neither would puberty. neither would puberty. Western justice would never... I would never win. I would have more piled against me. I could go slap that guy around for saying that, and then 100 people could come slap me for stupid things I've said or done. So...
Well, yeah. I guess Western justice sounds nice as long as it's not you.
Yeah,
but
see?
if you think about it, it's like it's kind of like when you think about how our Second Amendment, right?
Yeah.
Is like, okay, that was put in place so that the government knows, hey,
don't mess with us.
We have guns, you have guns. If we start shooting, you could start shooting. So it's one of those things. It's like before you go out and you decide to badmouth someone's wife, to somebody else, you need to remember that guy also has a fist.
Yeah,
you have a fist, and he's gonna hit a whole lot harder because he's gonna be a whole lot madder.
Sure.
So it's just there needs to be a little bit more violence on the polite side of society, I think.
Sure.
Just because that would make people act right. Like people, even this restaurant business.
Yeah.
That you were just talking about. Like, go in and you make a big scene because, your order was wrong or something. It's just like, okay, they're human. They make mistakes.
Yeah.
Or they're busy and they couldn't get to it right away. Like just last night we had plans to go out and watch, they're doing live action. They did live action, a movie in the park. It was How to Train Your Dragon. We needed to be there by 8. Life happened. We got caught up, needed to stop by Dairy Queen. So my mother-in-law had food to eat while she watched the baby. Which I tried to play the whole "we have food at home" card, and she's like, "I'm an adult. take me to the Dairy Queen." So we did, and we're sitting there, and the line is at a dead stop as soon as I pull in, and then all of a sudden it's just like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, "Oh, sweet, we're gonna make it. We're gonna be perfectly on time. We'll be early so that my kid's mom can leave early." And they can go do their plans and we can do our plans because we literally just had Momo for that instance. She wanted to go do that while the rest of the family went and did something else. So we're like, sweet.
Sure.
But we're sitting there and I'm just kind of, I'm frustrated because I'm like, okay, we've been sitting in this line for 15 minutes in a drive-through. This is not fast food.
Mhm.
But I get it. They were busy. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Where was I going with that?
Something about street justice.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, okay, so stuff happens.
Yeah.
That does not give you an excuse to not act right. You know, it's like if you're
No.
going to come in and you're going to start swearing and stuff, and I have my 7-year-old standing right next to me looking at me like, Dad, that guy's acting crazy. It should be, like Texas laws, like, hey,
Yeah.
we're
You can
gonna-
be
we're
quiet
we're
or
gonna,
you can be beat up.
Yeah, we're going to go outside and we're going to talk about this really quick. Because apparently in Texas, if you agree to a duel, you can go out and duke it out and the police will watch.
That's amazing.
They'll just, yeah. And I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But I think I heard about it
That's
like
great.
back in 2016 or something like that. There was a guy that 2 guys got in a dispute and they're like, you know what? We're going to go out onto the street and we're going to fight. And they agreed on it. And there was a cop sitting outside and they just turned around and looked at him and he's like, hey, we both agreed to this fight. We're going to fight. And the cop's like, okay.
Knock
Just sat there,
yourselves out.
watched them fight. Well, somebody got knocked out, I think.
Yeah. Literally.
Not both of you. Don't both get knocked out because then nobody wins.
Yeah. Great Falls has enough fake gangsters. I think like 10 nominations should force you to have to fight either someone else willing or someone else nominated.
100%.
Oh,
dude. There should be
how-
a roster.
Yeah. Hey, this person said this. I would nominate this person. Because, yeah, I was an assistant general manager at a restaurant for a year.
Yeah.
And then I was a cook at the hospital for a long time and a cashier.
What restaurant?
Jimmy John's.
Oh, that's right. Yep,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
So I there will be times where I'm mad in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, they're taking yesterday I went to Panda Express and there was 2 people in front of me and it took almost 20 minutes to get my food.
Yeah.
I was mad. I didn't say anything. You know what? They're busy. Sometimes they're training. They probably have high turnover. I said nothing. I said, here's my card. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Was I mad? Sure. It took longer than normal. It shouldn't take that long. But what is yelling at the 19-year-old cashier going to solve?
Well, not only, you're gonna make this kid who's just out here trying to make a living.
What am I going to ruin her
Feel
day
bad.
because
But-
my rice took too long?
Yeah, the things break. People don't show up for their shift.
Yeah.
You probably showed up at the same time as a bunch of people could have been through the drive-through. I don't know what
Sure.
the exact situation, but I mean, there's always extenuating circumstances.
Yeah. And it was lunchtime.
You don't exactly.
So what do you expect?
And sure, the restaurant maybe could have prepared better by having an extra wok filled with rice.
Sure.
Um,
But did it ruin my day? No.
yeah,
Did I get done what I needed to get done? Was I late to anything? Because if I'm going to be 10 minutes late because the restaurant took 10 minutes too long, I probably didn't plan very well for that
we
anyway.
should have packed a lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or should have not done that at that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
So it didn't affect anything beyond that. It just took a few more minutes than I thought it should have. But
Something you can think of too is like, okay, what could have happened if I didn't? If maybe if I did get my food right now, and I went to peel out onto 10th Avenue, someone was going to blow through that red light and just smack me.
the burnt toast theory.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that where
If
it's almost
it's
like
what you just said.
kind of like your guardian angel?
It's a situation where if you I burned my toast and it takes you 3 minutes to leave out the door, then maybe you avoided a life-threatening car wreck.
Exactly. Yeah. It's one of those things. That's almost one of those reasons. I think that's one of the reasons that I slowed down when I'm driving. I was
Yeah.
actually just telling my wife, do you remember when we would go down the one ways? And if you're going 30,
Yeah.
you hit all the lights.
So you go 60.
So by that math, you can go 60 and hit all the lights. And I was telling my wife that because we were running late. We're going down the one way. And I'm just like, so fun fact.
That's why women
And
live
I
longer
filled her
than
in on
men.
that. And she goes, but you can't. So I was like, yeah, so if you go 30, you're going to hit it. So just double the speed limit and you're still going to hit the lights. Otherwise, if you go 50, you're going to be going faster than everyone, but then they're going to catch you at the stoplight.
Yeah.
And she goes, you can't go 60 on this road. I'm like, you can. I used to do it in my Buick, and we'd be hitting these bumps and just shooting sparks.
Yeah. You used to go faster than that. I was riding in the back of your truck one day, like in the bed, and you and Brandon were racing.
Oh, yeah. No,
There's
those are-
kids play. There's a park right there.
Those-
I've been getting good about that. I usually, if I have to speed, it's like 5 over.
Yeah, and 5 over, I don't even think about it. I mean, I'll go 5 over right next to a cop that's also going 5 over because they don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Because there's the variance in tire size and all this. I'm not. I had a pastor one time tell me, he's like, you shouldn't even be going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit because it's the law. And it's like, you mean to tell me that you've never sped in your entire life, you perfect Christian? And he's like, well, I just got a ticket for going 32 and a 30 the other day. I'm like, I don't believe you. Like, not only are you lying about speeding,
Then
you
you're
just
a
lied to
hypocrite.
me. Yeah, like, so
No, you didn't. You got 32 and a 30. Yeah, right.
no, it won't happen.
I've driven by my
unless-
cop on my phone and not gotten pulled over. Like,
Yeah.
not that I endorse
it's
that,
so dumb.
but it's like, I don't know, man. Oh man, Brandon and I got into a little bit about talking about issues with the church, and I don't want this to be a trash the church podcast because
No.
that's not where I'm at. But there are faults in the church, and I think some of them need to be talked about.
Yeah, there are faults in the church. A big one is relationship and just actually encouraging, I think it talks about in Peter. I think it's 2 Peter. It talks about how like elders in the church need to have their family needs to be in line. They need to be above reproach. So like first your family must be in line, so your kids will behave, they respect their elders, they respect their family, all this, and then you can lead in the church. And it feels like we've gotten away from that, where we have more of it's about the showmanship of church and less about the relationship.
Yeah.
Not only the relationship with family, but your relationship with Christ. Because if you think about it, like I've been told that I've been called to be a leader so many times.
Right.
And like I've gotten the same word over a course of many years, people that didn't know each other. I think the first one I got was when I was 14 or 15. I was at Bible camp.
Yeah.
And Glory Ndangala,
Yeah.
I think is how it's pronounced. I was going through and he pulled me out of the prayer line and he just goes, God's got this word for you. And he's like, leader of a generation, this, that, and the other, which I still, to this day, have no idea what that means. But he goes through this whole thing about leadership and how I'm called to be a leader, and you'll see it in your day-to-day life. And I understand like leading. I lead guys at construct, like in my business.
Mm-hmm.
I lead people when we're going out hiking or hunting or whatever. Like I tend to step into the forefront there. But I don't know if that's not the biblical calling that everybody talks about in my mind. It could
Yeah.
be. But then it goes through all this, it's been years, and then I'll get that same word. And I'm just like, okay. And there was one point when I actually questioned if I was saved. Which, and I'm not a theologist or a theologian or anything like that. Like that's a conversation that could go on forever if you can lose your salvation or not. It's been debated for hundreds of years. But I was questioning that, and I was like, all right, God, have I missed my calling kind of thing? And I started going to this class at Vineyard, and I didn't know you could practice spiritual gifts. And even if you believe in that stuff, I know a lot. Some people don't, but we were going through, and that same word that Glory gave me when I was 15, and I'm 27 now, it came out almost word for word, because I don't know why that when Glory told me that, it stuck with me, but almost word for word that came out of this gal's mouth. I'm like, what? So I believe in the prophecy and all that. But then again, so all that to say, I'm not a person that gets in their word every day and prays all the time. I want to be better.
Yeah.
Because, everybody says like, well, not everybody, but there's the funny saying out there. It's just like, well, I pray and I talk to God, but I never hear his voice. It's like, well, have you read your Bible? Because that's literally the written word of God.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think there's that standard in the church for leaders anymore, is that you need to be doing a daily devotional. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. Like it's more, you need to show up.
Yeah.
You need to show up.
You need to look like you're really killing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's more important.
And
than
whatever's
anything.
going on at home, we'll just brush it under the rug for Sundays and Wednesdays,
Yeah.
and then we can deal with it later, or not deal with it at all because it's uncomfortable to talk about things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Boy, we could have a good conversation about that.
Yeah.
But
off podcast.
yeah,
Off podcast.
perhaps not today, involving me, not you.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. No, there was a lot of things you said in that I want to respond to. It was an A flat.
Perfect pitch, dude. I remember you bragging about that when we were kids. You'd be like, "Yeah, I have perfect
There's
pitch."
no way to like bring it up without sounding like a tool. So
Well, it's okay because we already know you're a tool.
that's fair. Not usually about music though.
No, you're not actually really all that much of a tool. You know how I describe you to my friends?
Huh.
It's like, okay, it's just like, oh, hey, yeah, do you know Jonah? And they're like, oh, yeah, I've met him. And I get mixed signals. Or not mixed signals. I get mixed reactions
I'm sure.
when I bring you up.
I'm sure.
Because some people are like, oh, my gosh, he's so loud. Like, and he's so opinionated. People that haven't met you or seen you in years.
Yeah. I used to be pretty opinionated. I've chilled out.
Well, I think that's just coming with maturity and realizing pick your battles.
Yeah.
You really learn that when you have kids and a wife. That's
yeah, that'll do it.
pick your battles, man.
I never pick the political ones. It's stupid.
No, it is.
I used to be that guy. I'd go on Facebook and argue with people about politics, and now it's like it's just funny when I see people do that.
But I always just like I tell people it's just like Jonah is an acquired taste. As weird as that sounds, it's like beer. The first time you drink a beer, you're just like, this is terrible. Like I hate this. And then you have another one and you're like, you know what? This is actually growing on me.
Yeah.
So it's like when we were it was youth group because we went to the same church for
a long time.
ever. And then you were just running around being your dorky self.
Yeah.
And
what else do you do when you're a homeschooler?
Oh, and I was running around being my dorky self thinking I was all that plus a bag of chips and you stole my hat. And I came up and I think I hit you and I took my hat back. And then after that, we just kind of were inseparable for a hot minute.
That was it.
You, me, and Brandon, dude. COD nights.
Oh, yeah, bro nights.
Yep. When we got just the $2 bag of popcorn from Smith's.
Oh, yeah, the giant one.
Yeah.
I think it was Smith's. Oh, it was Albertsons.
No, it was Albertsons. It was that and then Little Caesars Pizza.
Yeah.
Sit down and just destroy that and a 2 liter of Mountain Dew or Pepsi or whatever.
Yeah. And then we played Black Ops 2.
And I would destroy all of you the entire time.
Brandon would tell you a different story, but Brandon would tell you the same story that I sucked. You and him could agree on that.
So the Ezra Killer class is a little thing I like to think about every now and again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
'Cause
who made that?
I don't know. I don't know if you had one too, but I know Isaiah had one.
Oh yeah.
Because
was it a rocket launcher or something?
I want to say I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was because I would always run the sticks and stones loadout with the exploding crossbow bolts.
It works.
You wouldn't throw the crossbow; they didn't explode. And then the ballistic knives and the throwing axes.
Sure,
but yeah, they're good times, man. That's like you never realize you're in the good old days
till you're out of them. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
What's Isaiah doing these days?
He works with me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing that and trying to get his life together. You know, so he went to property management school. I guess I don't know how exactly it works, but like he had to do some online studying and lessons and stuff like that. And then he had to do a test, and he being just like myself, he was not doing his studying.
Yep, sounds about right.
And so he took the test, got like a 47%. And you have to pay for this test every time you take it.
Oh, nice.
Which is like $125. So he failed it, and he's just like, okay, next time I have $125. And for the record, I pay this kid well. I love the guy, but he's a 22-year-old, and you just can't tell him what to do, and they're going to spend their money where they want to do. I don't remember a whole lot of 22.
I don't have any money from 22.
100%.
Well, no, I don't remember a lot of it, but I remembered spending a lot of money.
Yeah. So, but he wanted to go out and just do, all the fun stuff. He was buying climbing pads and going climbing all the time, and he just would not study. So he passed that. So he's getting into property management.
Good for him.
He's been making some phone calls. He wants to manage the place that he's living now. They have, I think it's 60 units right there.
Wow.
So he put a call in and was like, hey, if you guys need a property manager, because I think the owners that were managing it themselves just recently passed. R.I.P.
I was just thinking, I was like, boy, we've gotten a lot more mature, because back in the day we would have made a joke about that. It's like, wow, we're really adults. Oh, well.
But so yeah, he's trying to get into that. So he wants to do construction and then do that part-time, because my parents are managing properties.
Oh, right.
They're doing, I think they've got like 250 doors or more. I don't know. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
But he's kind of gearing up to take that over when they get out, because my dad wants to do it for like another 5-6 years and then just be done.
Sure.
He's 62, 63. Well, he's born in 64. Let's math that.
It'd be 63, because my dad was born in 69, and he's a little older.
Your dad? That would be 59 then.
59. What'd I say?
69.
Oh, 59.
Hey. Sorry. But yeah, they just want to get out, And
sure.
They bought a place up in the hills, and they just want to
retire and be done.
They want to make it as off grid as possible. And
good for them.
Just, kind of live off their land.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so he's getting set up to take that over. I'm a little jealous of it. I'm not jealous, no. I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. He does need to step up before he loses the opportunity, though.
Sure.
Just because it's one of those things that if you dilly-dally for too long, opportunities will pass you by. So.
But if you're 22, man, the difference between how you look at life at 22 versus, our age.
Which is only,
which is only a couple years.
5 years.
But I'm looking at it, right before I turned 25, I was like, oh my God, I'm turning 25. Let's roll it.
Yeah.
I got to figure something out. I got to get serious now.
Yeah. Well, because your brain fully develops by 26, so if you don't stop some of the dumb stuff, you're stuck with it forever.
Oh, yeah. Or it's harder to quit, at least.
Crap.
Yeah. No, that's all right. Sorry.
You're good.
I went for a nice bike ride today. About 8 miles. This is really good. Do you bike?
I own a bike.
Do you, you're married.
I actively own a bike, actually.
Currently own a bike.
Yeah.
Fair enough. If you move that microphone one more time.
Does it hurt? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it doesn't hurt. It just can hear it.
Oh.
You're good.
I'm adjusting. My back hurts. Get more comfortable kitchen chairs.
These are my mom's.
Oh. I know why she got rid of them.
And that's, well, not the reason you'd think. The couch is hers. The TV stand's hers. The TV is mine. That thing is hers. The chest is hers. The rug is hers.
That's hers.
The lamp is hers. Yep. This is mine. The TV is mine. The fan is mine.
Your mom's a really nice lady.
She's great.
I love your mom, actually.
I do too.
I miss your mom.
She's a saint. Well, we should get together at some point. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I'm down.
Let's do it.
Do some dinner or something.
Yeah.
6 months from now?
Yeah. Well, let's see. Last time we hung out was February. So, yeah, we're right at 6 months.
We are. On the nose.
For 28, 27, we can do a...
Dude, it was February 16th.
Yeah.
It's
was
been
on your
exactly
birthday?
6 months.
No way. February, March, April, May, June, July. That's unprecedented.
September, October, November, December, January, February, March.
Unprecedented.
February
6 months.
Again. Well,
on the day. No, to be fair. What do you mean, oh, duh? You just did the math.
No, the next one is going to be on my birthday. Again, because there's only 12 months in a year. I'm an idiot.
Had to pull your socks off for that one. 5, 6, 7. What other crimes did we commit?
So many.
So many. What was your favorite one?
I don't. Technically, we got caught for this one. Well, I don't know if you even got involved in that, but you remember the party at Josh's when?
No, I wasn't.
With the gun.
I left. I remember hearing about it, but no, I left that one.
You left that one?
Because I had to work.
Oh yeah, because I had part. That's probably my favorite one, just because it was a little bit of, well, Western justice.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, we. I was partied out. I was sitting on the couch, and I had just consumed some medical substance.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah, I was just sitting on the couch, and this girl came in crying, and then she's like, "Oh, this guy just pointed a gun at me," and I'm just like, "Well, call him over here." So we went downstairs, and he came around the corner with a whole bunch of dudes, but thankfully I had the foresight to be like, "Hey, fellas." So there was Jackie, Josh, myself, and I want to say there was another guy, but I don't remember who it was. And then
one of Josh's friends.
Yeah, and then that kid came around the corner. It was like a scene from a bad 90s action show. Like, think of like the Sandlot when they walk around the corner and it's all like the slow motion music and they're walking around like badass.
Yeah.
And came around and it's just like, "Hey man, I heard you pulled a gun on a girl." And
no, okay, have a good night.
Could have gone that way, but no, then he just pulls it out and stuck it in my face, and I just got mad. Like, really, really mad.
Reasonable reaction?
You would think it, like, I always thought, you always wonder what's going to happen in that situation. Like, you've got fight or flight or freeze.
Yeah.
Everybody says there's fight or flight, but there's 3 options. It's fight, flight, or freeze.
I used to always freeze.
And freeze is not really an option. If you, like...
No.
There's no survival of the fittest there. You're going to get
murdered.
Well, if you freeze in front of a bear, you're not getting away, right?
No. It's worse than flight.
And yeah, I remember hitting him one time, and then Josh, the smallest guy, and we were at his house.
Yeah.
The smallest guy comes flying past me. I kid you not, this kid is like 4.5 feet in the air, had jumped, and he's just got his fist cocked back as far as he can, like Superman. Boom! Punches the biggest kid that he could find on that side. And just starts laying into him.
Such a Josh move.
And I was like, what is happening? So, yeah, but we got, it was Brett. I don't remember his last name, but Brett's car got stolen that night. My checkbook.
Oh, yeah, it was Brett.
My wallet. I don't know why I had
You have a checkbook?
I don't know why I had my checkbook.
How old are you?
It was just in my pocket. It fell out. And then a couple other things went missing, and I turned into a flippin' detective, man. I was like, all right, I'm finding this. First things first, I was like, I got to get my wallet back. And they lived on the other side of this apartment building, so we went and...
So they just ran off?
They ran off after all that went down. I ended up throwing the gun after I took it from the kid because another girl on their side tried to take it from me, and I was like, nope. I did not hit the girl, but I did shove her. I remember shoving her. There's little blips that I remember from all this. I think it was just kind of a black moment for me.
Yeah.
And then I threw the gun. I ended up getting called from the cops a week or 2 later.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, he's like, "Hey, this is Officer So-and-so with the Great Falls PD." And I'm like, "Hey, what can I do for you?" He goes, "So I'm just going to level with you. We have you on a gun theft charge currently. There's a 22 pistol that this kid says that you're in possession of. He lent it to his friend, and you stole it from his friend." I'm like, "I'm gonna stop you right there for a second. Did they tell you why I took it from them?" And he goes, "Well, let's hear your side of the story." And I was like, "Okay, so I had a gun pointed at me, and I made it not pointed at me, And he goes, well, where is it? And I said, I have my own. I don't need theirs. So I got rid of it. I threw it because of everything that went down in that moment. And he's like, okay, well, where did you throw it? And I said, I threw it up on top of this roof over here. And that's what I thought I did. So they called the fire department. I had to go meet them over there, and they climbed up there, and they're like, no, we can't find it. So the firefighter, I don't know if it was a firefighter or the cop, but they're like, we think you probably were just so hyped up with adrenaline that you threw it over this apartment building into the street and then took off. But it turned into this whole shebang. We ended up getting everything back. And yeah, everyone went about their own silly little ways afterwards. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably my favorite one, just because it all worked out and nobody died.
Yeah. That's a good way of going about it.
But lesson, or I guess word to the wise, don't make somebody else's problem your problem, because I very easily could have left my kid without a dad in that moment, because I don't know, thought I was Billy Badass or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Yeah, my dad said, I watched my dad do that growing up, and he told me, he's like, you have a habit of making other people's problems your problem and trying to fix it for them, but that's just gonna, some people don't want their problems fixed, and then other people,
need to just do it.
Yeah, they just need to handle it themselves. So
yeah,
something I'm still working on.
That's fair. Well,
but
fair enough. I don't think that's necessarily a bad inherent quality, but it can be like manipulated.
It can, and that's how I actually I think that's how we ended up in a few situations that we ended up in.
Yeah.
Just during that whole time period when we were, out there just living it up.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up with a kid too. There was a little bit of savior mentality going on.
Sure.
When I got into that relationship, and then, it was just, that's an easy thing to push, because if you're used to being, especially if you want to, it's almost like a hero complex.
Yeah.
If you want to be the savior, you're going to find a reason to be.
Sure.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This got deep.
Yeah, I got a little deeper than I wanted to.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We can edit it all out.
I just saw a post the other day. It was someone left a Google review on, was it Outback or something? It's just like,
oh no.
My husband went to the Outback to get the Outback bread rolls or whatever that she really wanted them. They didn't include them in my order. And then,
I saw that one.
Yeah, and then it's like, never mind. My fat husband ate them on the way home. I don't know how to delete a review. So she gave him 2 stars, and then she gave him 5 stars.
Yeah,
but that's permanent reputation hit right there.
Pretty sure you can delete him.
Not on Google. No,
you can't.
No, you can get him removed through Google if you dispute it.
But
because I have a buddy that he was working on a client's place doing a remodel for him.
Yeah.
And their daughter got drunk. They had asked for a whole bunch of extra stuff.
Oh no.
And a bunch of change orders, so he ended up billing them for them, and their daughter got upset with him, got drunk, and then posted on Google and left him a nasty review with a 1 star, and he went from a 5-star to a 1 star, and to put him down to like a 4.5 star or whatever it was, but it went from a perfect 5-star, and he was like, that's not cool. So he disputed it because he's like, this is, kind of, it's not slander, but
yeah,
or maybe it is slander, but defamation or whatever it was. He ended up, I personally wouldn't have sued over it, but
not over a Google review, but
no.
But if you have customers saying, well, I was going to go to you, but this girl said that. But if you ever
you probably didn't want that customer anyways.
If you ever read a Google review and it's 1 star and they're like, it's the rudest person I've ever talked to, that's not a real review.
No.
They got mad because more than likely there's a 90% chance that they got told something they didn't want to hear, or someone didn't bend to their narcissism or something like that. You're not really dealing with like a 2-star, hey, this person was kind of rude with us, but the food was all right. I'm going to believe that ever before I believe 1 star, worst customer service ever, 8 exclamation points.
You know what's really funny? I never read the 5-star reviews. Yeah, like if I'm looking up, like if I was looking up
Yeah.
a particular water brand, just or sunglasses, let's say,
Yeah.
I would not look at the 5-star reviews because 5-star reviews are always like, great, I loved them, this, that, and the other. I want to hear about the guy that he put his glasses on or they fell off of his hat
And they blew up.
The frame shattered immediately or something.
Yeah.
He's just like 1 star, this, that, and then I want to see the business's reply.
Sure.
You know,
That's a good point.
because the business's reply is going to be half of it, or actually most of it, because, you know, you can sit here and trash me all day, and if I approach that same person that was, you know, and they're like, hey, you know, Jonah said this about you, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, I can understand how he saw that, you know.
Yeah.
I'll sit down with him and I can hash that out.
Sure.
You know, that's totally different than just like, well, screw that guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he can go sit on an egg.
Yeah. Very nice.
So
Perfect censorship. No, I've learned that, especially local businesses, if you buy something and it breaks, if you go to customer service, this is going to sound horrible. I've learned in sales, if you just do some smooth talking,
yeah.
people are nice. People are understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how are you doing today? Listen, I bought this thing. It broke immediately. Will you replace it? Most people will say yes.
Not only that, but you need to come in. I understand being upset.
Yeah.
You know, if I spend, I bought a transmission.
Yeah.
It was an engine for my Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it. It got installed. 40 miles later, it blew up. 40. Not 40,000, 40. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
What is it with your luck with vehicles?
Dude, yeah, I don't even want to get into that.
Brandon and I talked about that.
So I did that, and then I'm like, okay, it's under warranty because it's got a 50,000 mile warranty or 2-year replacement. You know? It's just going to be handled. So I call up, and I get on the phone, and it's, thank you, how can I help you? You know, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. And I'm immediately annoyed. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to calmly present this. I went through that for 7 months.
Holy moly.
I called and I called and I called, and it would get disconnected. And it would, we'll transfer you here, and they would disconnect. And then I sat on hold for probably 40 hours over this course.
Did they have an office in the
more.
state?
It would have been faster for me to drive to Minnesota where they were selling these engines out of.
Oh, yeah.
And be like, hey, load one up in the bed of my truck. But I couldn't drive my truck because the motor blew up.
Yeah.
So,
but did you ever get it replaced?
They did eventually send a replacement. I ended up I called parts. I said, I need to speak with someone who's going to replace this motor.
Yeah.
This is what happened. You know, and I started bullying the offshore agency. Like, I would just call up.
Put me on with someone English.
Yeah, I would just call up, and I just got mean. But when I talked to the service guy there that worked at the store, or at wherever this was based out of, super menial guy. And he's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened, man. Like, I'm so sorry. We outsource our warranty work. And I'm just like, well, maybe you should stop, because that's honestly, if you paid one guy $20, you could pay him $50 an hour.
It's gonna be cheaper
and just tell him only just accept the phone calls.
Yeah.
And tell us what's going on. You would probably save yourself a bunch of legal fees, because I was so ready to sue you guys.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm without a truck. This is my main mode of transportation and material movement. Like, when I'm doing Generalin, a lot of times I'm doing remodels, so I'm going from this house to the next house to the store to this house to my house. I can't do that in a Hyundai Tucson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't do that in a rental car. And I also can't afford to be putting out, you know, even if it's just $60 a day plus mileage and fuel. Like, I can't afford to do that for a vehicle.
No.
You know, so I was going to sue for loss of business and all this stuff. And I was like, I think it was laziness, essentially, is really why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you just one bad customer service thing shouldn't affect your attitude towards all customer service ever.
No.
You know, like if you approach well,
I have
it's
a
handled
hack.
well.
I have a hack for you. The next time you want to call and only speak to a live representative and you want to get through the bot, keep it. Remember this. Say you want to buy something.
Oh,
On the automated service thing, say, I want to purchase large item.
Okay.
Want to make large purchase. They'll put you right on with somebody. They're not going to make a robot.
That's fair, yeah.
And it doesn't work with everybody, but especially if you're dealing with. And then what'll happen is you can say, hi, I'm calling about checking my bill, and then they'll just transfer you. You can skip the robots.
Yeah, okay.
Because even the people in sales get enough of those that they know where to send you. So you can skip all the robots. So yeah, how can I help you with the robot? Make large purchase. Okay, I'll put you on with someone. Like, that's all it takes usually.
But real person.
And
That's
you
what
say
I
that.
do. And
we need to find out more about.
Yeah.
No, if you say complaint, if you say inquiry, if you say service, if you say money, they're gonna just give you they're gonna give you the runaround. But if you say I want to buy something, they've got people for that, and they'll put you right on.
Yeah, I called into the IRS the other day.
Good luck with that,
dude. I called in and I was shocked. I got an answer within like the first 2 rings. I'm like, wow,
that's not bad.
And it was the bot, and I was
It's not tax season.
But I owed them money, so
sure,
because of taxes,
Yeah.
I just never. My accountant never notified me that he filed.
sure.
Jerk. Yeah, it cost me a lot of extra money.
I'm sure.
But he ended up taking care of it. He's a great guy. But I called in and I explained what was going on. They're like, "Well, I need your social so that you can do this." And I was like, "So you couldn't look at anything I just told you the whole time after I gave you my name? Why don't we start with name and social?" And I was like, "Tell you what, I'm just going to go on the website and try and figure this out. Thanks for your
luck.
time." She was so rude. I was like, dude, like, I understand I'm calling at the end of your day, but like, I'm not going to call you in the middle of my day.
Yeah.
You know,
We have jobs.
I've got a job.
We have stuff to do.
Otherwise, you don't get paid.
Yeah. And you're getting, it's just dumb. Yeah, I hate the IRS. Trying to pay my bill this year was a nightmare because I owed.
Yeah.
Because my touring last year was all, I didn't get taxed on it. 1099.
Yep.
So, what a pain in the neck.
Yeah, if you do your own taxes, it's kind of tough. I know there's business owners that I know that do their own taxes, but in my mind, I can pay someone. I think it cost me $400 this year.
That's what it cost me.
It takes $400. I take my documents over there with all my write-offs, my receipt. Like, I don't take my receipts because then I think it would be much more than $400 to have to go through all the faded receipts that sat in my wallet for months.
I'm sorry. I got a text about the Best Walk thing.
Oh.
Everybody's like, you see that?
But then I just don't have to deal with it. And if something happens, I'm just,
Yeah. No, I called, I won't name them, one of the tax companies in town and said, hey, can you do this? And they said, bring it over here and we'll let you know. And they called me 1 hour later and said, it's done. You owe us $400. And I was like,
what?
Okay. And at that point I was like, whatever, it's done. So
yeah,
might as well. But it was like, I thought you were going to look and see if you could. You lied to me.
No, they found out that they could really fast.
And then didn't. And then gave me a bill. And then they didn't. And then I had to go figure out how to pay it. It was a nightmare.
That's the nice thing. Typically, my accountant will, he'll send over everything. He sends me the envelopes. He sends me everything. He's just like, this is what you owe.
Yeah.
Write a check, put it in this envelope. Write a check, put it in this envelope. Here's your copy. Here's their copy. You're good to go. Super easy. But this year, it just fell through the cracks.
Sure.
So, and I get it. Tax season's busy. And nobody wants to do their own taxes, so.
I'll probably do TurboTax again. Because I'm not all 1099 this year. I do have some with my drum side gigs, but.
If you're, what is it, W-4 at the end of the year?
For non-1099, yes.
Yeah, so if you're a W-4,
Just do TurboTax.
It's totally worth it,
It's
especially
like $50.
And that's
Then you plug it in, and if you have the same job, you don't even have to give it the information next year. It takes like 10 minutes.
yeah. I
'Cause
mean, it's super
Yeah.
basic.
I'll have to put in my new job, but I'll have the stuff from my last employer. So easy.
Yeah. No, TurboTax was hard when I was doing, because I did substitute teaching, fireworks.
I don't think I made enough with fireworks this year to have to pay taxes. I didn't even make $200 because I only did 2 days.
I bet he'll still send you.
We can. I'm not going to file it.
Fair
Well,
enough.
That's not.
I think you can make up to $600 non-tax. There's something like that. I should really study the tax laws for my business, because, like, if you came and worked for me, and I paid you $599.99, I wouldn't have to
Report that.
But I don't know how.
If that's my hourly, I'll quit my job and come work for you.
You would be working for more than an hour for that. Maybe 2.
It's that much per hour, but you have to work 80 hours.
Yeah. That's the there's some way that I can still write that off as a business, but I don't report it to your taxes somehow.
Do you have ChatGPT?
No.
You need to get
AI
ChatGPT.
scares me.
Well, here's the thing. You put that into ChatGPT. Say, I'm running a business like this. How can I make use of my tax credits? I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna just go through. I ask ChatGPT stuff. Let me find a good one. Stuff I've asked it. Let me see.
How do I get a girl to talk to me?
No, it's not. Not that. Oh, you know what I used it for? Probably the best one was. Well, first I had to make me a workout plan. That was really handy.
Oh, okay.
I said I want to do push pull leg. I don't want to do more than 6 things, but I want to hit every muscle in the group I'm hitting that day. And I want to include this one in it.
That's wild to me, because have you ever thought about, like, if you look at the human body and all the muscle?
Yeah.
There are so many little tiny muscles that you can work out just with little variations. So you could do, hammer curls, standard curls, fixed arm, like Arnold curls.
Yeah.
Like and they're working out the same muscle, but different sections
The
of it.
long head, the short head.
Yep.
Oh, here's what it was. I had a job interview for this job. And I have an interview for this job. I put in information about the interview. I put in information about my work experience. And it gave me questions they might ask.
Okay.
So I'd say, tell me about your background and experience in beverage sales. And then it gives me a summary. What they want to know, a good response. And they did this for a bunch of questions. I said, give me a good interview answers. And I studied them. And I used a lot of them in my interview.
Wow.
And it was the best interview I've ever had in my life. I've never been good at job interviews. And I knocked this one out of the park and got the job. And yeah, there's so many. Like,
I just downloaded ChatGPT while you were.
Put it in. Say, hey, I'm a private business owner in Montana.
Oh, in Montana even. Okay.
Oh, no, it's specific. I'll put in, like, what are fun things to do in Great Falls, Montana, because it searches the whole web. So say, hey, I'm a business owner in Great Falls, Montana. I'm trying to take advantage of more tax breaks. If you say, give me 500 tips, it'll give you 500 tips. But if you just say, give me several tips, then it'll give you, like, the big ones.
Okay. So what about, can I just say, so I said how to maximize tax write-offs for my general construction company. So
yeah.
Then do I type in, like, what about doing this in Great Falls, Montana?
I'm a business owner in Great Falls, Montana. This is the business I do. This is the work I do. This is how I run my business. Give it as much information as you can. Say, how do I maximize my tax benefits? And then it'll give you paragraphs. And it takes like 5 seconds.
It typed that other one out so fast. So
yeah.
I'm a general contractor in Great Falls, Montana. How can I maximize? What is a tax credit? My tax credits.
And then there is a limit.
Why are they called credits?
I don't know. There's a limit on how many you can do a day, but it's like 10 or something. But it resets like every 12 hours.
Okay.
So, and then it stores all the ones you've done before. So I've got like I asked it one night if I should go to the emergency room.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like, yeah. So I did.
Dude, I was dying on Monday.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, I thought I had food poisoning because I woke up at I don't know if you have tells in your sleep or anything like that, but I know like when I'm going to be really, really sick, I have the same bad dream. It's not a nightmare by any means, but it's like the same bad dream.
Uh-huh.
I'll have it like 6 times. On the 7th, I'm getting out of bed and I'm going to the bathroom.
When you're
going
to puke?
If I'm going to, whatever it is. And I will be sick the next day. I'm certain of it.
I only have it with puking, but I know when I'm going to puke.
Yeah.
Like when I go to bed at night, I'm like, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and freaking puke.
Yeah. Well, so I woke up at 3 a.m. and I went to the bathroom. And it was supposed to be my last day. I had two staircases to build.
Oh, of course.
On this, final check was coming. I was like, we kicked this job's butt. You know, we had just totally rocked it out, and it just can't be that easy. You know.
No.
So I spent that entire day. I slept on my bed, the couch, the floor, the couch again, the floor again, outside in the yard. But like I would just wake up and have to just sprint to the bathroom. And like it was just all.
It's either stomach flu or food poisoning.
It was a stomach bug. I thought I had food poisoning, but I went to a birthday party that they had it. But they're like, we don't have it anymore, so they should have canceled. I've come to the conclusion, but you know,
don't eat their food.
And well, I had sardines that had been in the cabinet for I don't know how long. My daughter wanted to try them, so I'm like, yeah, let's have some sardines. And yeah, I thought that's what it was, but
fair enough. Nope. Well, good deal. Yeah, that's what I had heard. Somebody was telling me, yeah, Ezra got the flu. It's like, oh, good thing he's coming on my podcast.
Yeah, no, we're good now.
Nothing like starting my 3rd week of work sick. That's setting a precedent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, ChatGPT is insane.
It is. I was gonna try and read through this while we were on the podcast here, but it's
too much. Well, it'll read it. It'll read it. I put one in here. I was selling a C-store one day, and their hot dog cleaner was dirty. So I put in, what's the simplest way to clean a metal hot dog spinner? It should be made of very simple items and require very little work. I am very lazy. And it gave me 4 paragraphs on cleaning the hot dog spinner.
It would be really cool if it would pull up blueprints for how to build. I'm going to try it.
Dude, do it. Dude, I put in, can you search across the internet for touring drummer jobs available in 2026? It gave me like 40 options. And most of them had gone on already. Like they're expired. But there's no limit to what that can be used as a tool for. The pastor of my church was telling me sometimes he'll do, in his sermon notes, he'll put in his sermon and he'll say, what are good questions, like review questions for the bulletin after the sermon. And he says they're like the best questions he's ever gotten about the sermon.
Oh.
That's insane.
That is, yeah. That would be super, dude, you could make a whole sermon right there. Just like give me a sermon off of, James 1:2.
Yeah. James, you don't need.
Dude, James sermons build themselves.
That's like a 4-minute sermon. It's like, hey, you guys are horrible at this. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Dismissed.
Yeah, that's
It's like, oh, you think it's okay to say something bad to somebody? Well, you must be real stupid.
There's one of my favorite verses in James. It's I think it is 1:2, or maybe it's 2:1, but it's count it all joy, brothers, when you face trials and tribulations.
That's a good one.
1:2. Yeah, consider it nothing but joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you fall into various trials. Be assured that through the testing of your faith, that produces endurance, leading to spiritual maturity and inner peace. Let endurance have its perfect result, and do a thorough work. But that's actually I've been thinking about getting a hand tattoo.
Yeah.
On my, the finger tattoos,
nice.
the knuckles.
Yeah.
It'd be amorphati, AMORFATI, and it's Latin for love of fate. Meaning kind of the same thing. It's like, okay, all of life is an experience. Don't discount the suck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I'm getting one done here in a couple of weeks.
Are you covering up the?
No.
Oh, I've thought about covering it up, but
really?
I have.
I've thought about it.
Well, so I stuck it there, and I'm like, okay, what I should do is get it touched up at least, or make it into.
Have someone else do it. We'll stop right there.
Yeah.
I had a tattoo artist look at it one day and like put his finger across it, and he was like laughing. He was like, "That's the worst tattoo I've ever seen." And I was like,
if you're gonna get tattoos, research the artist and make sure that they have a clean shop.
And if they're $20, you probably don't do them.
And if they're $20, do yourself a favor, go find one for at least $50.
Yeah,
or get them at a party.
The digital Karma ones are like, some of them are 50 or 75. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
And their shop's clean.
That's a huge one for me, man. If you walk into a tattoo shop and it's really dirty, just walk back out. Find somewhere else. I don't care what price. They could give you a $10,000 tattoo for $1,000. Don't do it, because you could end up so sick. I mean, you're literally injecting crap into your body. And it's there for a long time.
I was thinking about that the other day. I wonder if the Brandon one got pulled because we were talking about the events in 2020 revolving a disease.
Oh, and how it was not an accident?
I don't think we even said that. We didn't talk much about it. He just said the word.
Oh.
I wonder if that was it, because there was no curse words in it. We talked about theology. Like, I don't know what would be banned.
Yeah, I don't know.
We didn't even say like, oh, the government did this or not. We just said the word. Man, is censorship that bad that we can't even say it?
I wouldn't be surprised anymore. I mean, I get TikTok on and off.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, I spend too much time on it, and then I'm like, then I download it and I won't spend much time on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's pointless to have it. But like, I go back and forth, and I really like TikTok for the conspiracy theories because the censorship is not really there.
Yeah.
At least, enough people post about them that you'll get some version of it, or like, as terrible as it is, people that steal content.
Sure.
And then so you'll have like 3472897692 is, makes the same video that this person made over here that they had monetized.
Yeah.
They screen record it and then put it on theirs and split it up into 5 or 6 parts. That gets that information out there. So as terrible as it is to be stealing income from those people, which if you're putting it on the internet,
yeah,
I don't know. You should respect other people's business,
Yeah,
but
at least credit them.
At least credit them, right? Yeah. And the censorship isn't there as much because I don't think they can catch it all. So you get a lot of these conspiracies, and I actually hate the word conspiracy, but
true events that actually happened.
It's events that have happened in the
like
past
80%.
that may or may not have happened.
Probably happened the way you interpret them.
Exactly.
Like 80%.
They're the stories that are so obvious they sound ridiculous, but it's not impossible for them to be true.
Yeah.
It almost lines up too well. How's that?
Yeah. Because there's one famous conspiracy that I laugh in the face of, and I'm not going to say it in fear of getting censored, but I'm going to show you a visual on my phone here. Everyone listening is like, what the heck? Get my little marker out. Stupid. Apple just gets under my skin sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Where'd the marker go? Now it's gone. Now I got to open a whole new note.
Did you know you can schedule text messages?
I did. I
started doing that for business.
I do that with podcast guests. I'll set a text for them so that the day before.
You didn't text me, you loser.
You
told me you would.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Oh, I suck. I'm sorry. Well, I did earlier this week.
You texted me. No, you texted me when I told you that I had something going on this afternoon.
Okay.
And you're like, well, if it doesn't work, let me know. And then you called me and you're like, can we bump it up? I was like, that's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
So.
No, I didn't have enough mics. I lost the power cord. I I guess I'm going to go to Goodwill and try and find it, but it's like stupid how.
Dude, Amazon. I bet you could find Ask ChatGTP.
GTT, DBBB. It's an M&M bottle.
It's an M&M bottle. Oh, dude, we had so many of those. Ask them.
I'm worse than Biden. That one. Did you hear the Brandon podcast?
I literally like 20 minutes into it.
Let me see if I can find. You'll just have to listen to it.
Yeah, okay.
It's a really funny part. He's like, man, I like Ezra, but sometimes I get off the phone with him and I just want to punch him in the head.
We were actually on the phone after you and I had talked. I was like, so what's this about you want to punch me in the head? And he goes, no. He's just like, I was obviously very serious about that.
No, it was funny.
No, I actually just spent most of the day with him yesterday. I bought a pontoon boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, kind of. I traded for a pontoon boat. It's been sitting for years. I was like, you want to sell that pontoon boat? He goes, sure. Make me an offer. Or I said, what do you want for it? He goes, make me an offer. I was like, I have a very insulting offer. And in my head, I was like, $300. I was just like, $1,500. And he goes, sold. I'm like, what? Okay, hang on. So I went out and I looked at it. I came back and he goes, tell you what, install my cabinets in this house and then we'll be square. I'm like,
deal.
Sweet. Okay, I can do that. It needs a new interior. Like, it's a big pontoon boat. But anyways, so Brandon called me yesterday. He goes, where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm over at this house. So he came over and he just sat there and we're just BSing while we were working. And sometimes you have those days where you just don't want to go home.
Yeah.
Until, the work day's over. And so we wrapped up, I don't know, like 1. He's like, well, you can go drop this stuff off. I had some material I was going to give him. Dropped that off at his shop. And sitting there, it's just like, well, let's go look at this project. And, I'm going to run to Home Depot. You want to come hang out? So we just kind of tooled around for a bit.
Yeah.
Driving around, but.
That's fun.
It was a good time.
That's fun when you can do that.
Yeah, and that's I always thought being a business owner, I'd be like, I'm just going to take random days off and go do this stuff. No, I just work all the flipping time.
If you really like what you do, then you're going to have bad days.
Yeah.
But then you it really means something if you're like ready to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, and I do love what I do. I always knew I was going to be a builder.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to be a doctor at one point. Then I thought I wanted to go to the military. And then I was like, I'm going to just do construction. And you can make a living doing it, But Brandon does good work. He, from being a ding-dong in high school, he always was a hard worker. But I don't know if everything clicked for him. But, man, he just went out there and he started applying himself really well.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, he's out there building awesome houses all the time. And he's just fast and quick. He's just really good at what he does.
He did a countertop for my parents.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was awesome.
He's going to, I did a countertop in high school, like a melamine one, for the high school house that Brandon and I, we did that together. And I haven't done it since. But I called him. I was like, hey, who do you use for countertops? And he goes, well, you could either outsource it and just do the labor, or we could put it together and do it ourselves. And I'm like, sweet, let's do it. So he's just going to teach me how to do it. I don't think it's a hard process by any means, but it's something that, he's gained a lot of skills over the years by being involved in every part. So now we're not partnering by any means, but we are, we're kind of working together more.
Sure.
Kind of have you heard the theory, a rising tide? It's not even a theory, it's just a statement. Rising tide floats all ships.
Yeah.
So I'm not out here trying to gouge him. He's not out here trying to gouge me or anything like that. It's just like, okay, you need help setting trusses this day because it's just 2 of you. I'll bring my brother, him and I'll get on this and, we'll get this banged out really quick, sheet the roof and be done.
Yeah.
But now we're going to get a little more involved and hopefully be doing some concrete stuff with him. And
good.
So
it can only make you stronger, right?
Yeah. And, he's a little,
Say it. Say it.
He's a little bit of an. I like him.
Yeah, that's what I was digging for.
Hang on. He's what do you call it? An acquired taste.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, wow. I don't know. I've become less of one in my maturity.
Yeah. No, and
not zero of one, but less.
I don't even know if like acquired taste is just a very like everybody's a little weird.
Yeah.
But some people's weird clashes with other people's. Like some people listen to podcasts at work all day.
Yeah.
Some people listen to music. I listen to audiobooks about Dungeons and Dragons.
Dope.
I'm not even kidding. Sorry about the swearing.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for the next edit.
But no, I sit at my I have headphones that I can.
Yeah.
They're the what do they call them? Temporal. I don't know, but it's a headphone that sits outside of your ear and it vibrates. You know, the speakers go into a bone in front of your ears.
Oh, really?
And then it kind of shoots the music or whatever you're listening to back in. So I listen to audiobooks all day long.
Interesting.
When I'm working, and it's like that drives some people nuts. Like if I'm driving and I put that on the speaker or on the Bluetooth for my truck, some guys just go nuts. They're like, "What are you? Just turn on music." And then other people, they're just like, "Oh, like I have a buddy that I worked with for a bit. He's just like, can you tell me the name of this book so I can listen to it too?" I'm like, "Absolutely, man." But he's a nerd.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know what it is. Like I said, I've really chilled out. I'd probably call myself direct, but not always direct.
I would agree with direct.
Yeah, pretty consistently. I'd say like selectively direct. Because if maybe not, I don't know. I'm better at now. I can be around someone and they can really frustrate me. And I'd say now 80% of the time I can go, all right, well, you have a good day, and just leave.
Yeah.
Without confronting or saying, wow, you are stupid.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is hard with some people.
It is. And I've
Brandon
noticed,
being one of them.
I don't think he's stupid.
No.
One thing I clash with very much, and I'm honest about this, is arrogance. And I don't, you correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I'm an incredibly arrogant person. I try not to be. I don't think it helps anything. But when I deal with people who are, like, I'm probably going to call you out.
Yeah.
And not if it's a very short interaction, but I'm talking like if they start saying they did this and this and this and this and this, then my first, especially if they start mixing up their stories, then the first thing I want to do is like, oh, I thought you said this. And then that's my favorite thing.
That's almost like the picking your battles, but it's like what is it? It's like being honest with someone.
Yeah.
It's just like there's brutally honest.
Yeah.
And then there's brutally honest with love.
Yeah.
And
that'll get you so much further.
Yeah, 100%.
But brutally
100%.
honest can be so much funnier.
Brutally honest, some people just need. I need brutally honest. I had a pastor that got a hold of me one day. He's like, Ezra, you really need to pull your head out of your butt. And like this is what my dad says too. He's just that's just how he's always communicated.
He's yelled at me so many times, and I think every one it was warranted.
Probably 89% of them, or maybe 98.
Maybe one or two times wasn't. Every one of the other ones was like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, no, that's my sister. She said one time, she's like, we were beat when we were kids. We were, we shouldn't have been hit like that. It's just like we got spankings and we deserved every single one of them. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
And I would rather have had that than get yelled at for, well, we also got some, we got some good long lectures, but I would rather have a spanking that lasts,
5 seconds,
30 seconds, 5 seconds. Yeah. Some of them got pretty intense and they hurt and they sucked.
Yeah. But then you do it and you're done.
Yeah. And then I get to go play again. And that was super cool because I wasn't sitting in my room for days.
Yeah. Or you get your iPod taken away for a year.
Dude, I didn't have a device for a lot of my childhood. Not just even my teenage years. They're just like, you can't have that anymore.
Yeah, my dad took my iPod Touch one time because I was getting bad grades or something. And he was like, you're not allowed to, I'm not telling you when you're going to get it back, and you're not allowed to ask. So I waited over a year. And I was like,
that's a dangerous game to
am
play.
I ever going to get my iPod back? And my mom was like, oh, here. And I was like, what?
Yeah, no. So that's a dangerous game to play because as a dad, my daughter might do something, like even if I punish her for it right away, it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
She threw something and hit her brother, right? It's just like, Carolyn, like, knock it off. Give me that toy. So I take the toy that she used and then I set it on a shelf up here. She's like, don't ask to see it. I won't grab that toy. I will forget that toy is there.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't ask me about it, I'm not going to remember it.
Yeah.
Until I'm like, Carolyn never plays with this anymore, and I throw it away.
My dad with my iPod.
Yeah.
Jonah never touches that anymore. Boom, right in the trash.
Yeah, there's just so much going on, and kids are always moving.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Parenting has got to be. I'm not a parent, so I don't know anything about parenting. But going back to where we were at.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd call myself a troll almost, because I just, like I said, I've really, 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 really dialed it back. But every once in a while, you just gotta tell someone what you think.
You used to rage bait.
Oh, I do a little bit.
Yeah, that was your only form of communication was rage baiting back in the day.
I don't do it very much anymore. But like, oh man, there was one night. I hope this guy's listening because this is funny. I was standing outside of the Kellergeist. I watched a band play, and I'm talking with the band because they're touring musicians and I was a touring musician. And so we get to have interesting conversations about gear and tour life. And this guy comes up and starts talking about the United Nations. And he's talking about, I'm not going to get into it, different conspiracies, and he will knock it off. He just keeps going and going. And I'm like trying to like subtly move the conversation. That's where the growth is. At first I was like, okay, well anyway, what kind of guitars I'm not biting. And about 10 rounds of that, and he will not stop. So then I go a less subtle approach. I go to a more kind of making fun of him, kind of a, oh, well, if I'd just gotten that particular shot, then the thing would have been over quicker.
Yeah.
Or if everyone would have gotten then it would have been over quicker. And he got mad at that. And then I started saying like, well, is if I get that thing going to fix my certain functions of my body? And he was like getting more and more mad because he just will not take the hint. And I'm just rage baiting him. And then I'm like, boy, speaking of made up sci-fi theories, what color lightsaber would you guys have? And like, he just will not have it. Eventually I'm like, all right, I'm done with this conversation.
Yeah.
Goodbye. And I leave and we all disperse. But then I walk around to where the band was and I apologize to the band. I was like, hey, I'm really sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude. I could not get that guy to quit. And the guy looks at me and goes, you handled that a lot nicer than I would have.
Yeah.
Man, it was like, so that's where the growth is. Because originally I would have just made fun of him immediately.
Yeah, I would definitely say you're not arrogant by any means.
I certainly can be. There's been moments where I've come across that way. I just get caught at the wrong moment. But I think that happens to everybody. But
yeah.
But as a whole, I try to avoid that route because what good does it do? Besides make you look dumb.
And dumb is what it makes you look. You think you're,
It is.
You think you're out here really doing it, but it's like, no, you just look like you're full of yourself.
It is. And then what happens if you're dealing with someone humble and they're really good at something? That gives you room to say, you are really good at that. But if they say, oh, I'm really good at this, then immediately I'm going, all right, I'm going to watch for every time you slightly mess up. And I'm going to call you on it every time you slightly mess up.
That makes me think about, I don't know if I think it's Fast and Furious or something. When they're like, I think it's Ludacris is going in to buy one car or something at this big elite deal. And they're like, hey, he's like, hey, I wanted to look at this car. He goes, what are you doing here? And he's wearing like his, the T-shirt and his just baggy pants or whatever. He looks like Ludacris. That's pretty much his character.
Yeah.
In Fast and Furious.
Nothing super flashy or anything.
No, he had a watch on and all that, but he goes in and he's just like, yeah, I want this. And then he's like, you can't be here. This is high-end clients only. You don't have enough money to afford any of this. So he just bought everything. It's like that, but with intelligence. Like if you try and sound like the smartest person in the room, you're going to find out that the smartest person in the room is just going to think you're an idiot and won't even have a conversation.
Yeah, you're going to learn, in the rare instance you are the smartest in the room, acting like that will not get you respect.
No.
And if you're consistently the smartest person in the room, you need a different room.
Yeah, I don't remember I was listening to, it was just a clip of a podcast where a guy was talking. He said, be like, it's okay to be the dumb one. Be the dumb one.
Oh yeah.
Because you're going to listen to the other people in the room talk, and you're going to learn a whole lot more by listening than you will by talking.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is why I think like Joe Rogan can talk about anything for hours because he's had so many different people on there, and he just sits and listens.
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to do the same thing you probably still already can. Yeah. With things that are just totally outside your purview because you've sat and you're sitting down and you're interviewing people about different things.
Yeah. And it's been fun, man. It's fun to try and improve. I never realized until the last 2 or 3 years the importance of good conversation skills. Because if you can just go up and talk to anyone and not be weird, that's like you've figured it out. You can do a lot with that.
I was so nervous actually about coming on here because I got to thinking about it and I'm like, okay. Like I noticed when I first got into construction, it's you just kind of jab at each other all day, right?
Yeah.
There's conversation all the time, but now that I'm just working with my brother, him and we talk like 4 times a day, maybe.
Oh, really?
Like we just don't.
You're just getting her done.
We just get to work and we get it done. But then when I hang out with Brandon,
probably more chatty,
and we're on his job site, then we'll sit there and we'll talk and we'll go back and forth about different things. But like, I grew up with the kid, Isaiah.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up with Brandon too, but
it's different when you're related.
Yeah, it's just different, like I have no qualms about turning on my audiobook when we're driving to the job site that's an hour away.
Yeah.
Or an hour and a half because I turn it on, he goes to sleep, and it's good.
Yeah.
On Mondays we'll talk for a little bit longer because we'll fill each other in about the weekend.
Yeah.
But can I throw my foot up here?
You're good.
Okay.
Well, don't take it for granted, man. My brother lives in Bozeman, and like twice a month I talk to him.
Yeah.
And
my other brother lives in Florida, so I understand that.
He lives in Florida now?
Yeah.
When was that?
Yeah, he's been there almost 2 years now, I think.
Oh, because
more than 2 years.
That's where her family is.
He got a promotion. He works at Denver Mattress.
Oh yeah.
So now he's what is Dwight in the
assistant
office?
To the regional manager?
Yeah, he's an assistant manager. Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
So
that's cool.
But he's living it up down there. We went and visited him, and he asked me, he goes, "So what do you want to do when you're down here?" I don't plan things.
No.
I'm very bad at planning.
Sure.
And I was like, I'm okay if we just fish the whole time. Zach heard fish the whole time and took that very serious. Like the first, so we got there, and that night we got there, ate real quick because it was like 10:30 or 11 o'clock their time. Went to bed, got up, and went fishing at the pier. Then we went fishing. The next day we went out onto the ocean. We went 14 miles offshore to do some bottom drops, going for some grouper or whatever. Saw a ton of sharks. It was awesome. We were just sitting there, and I've always wanted to see a shark in real life, right? But from a boat, obviously, because I don't want to see that when I'm in the water. No. And I'd been thinking, like, man, I kind of want to jump in and take a swim real quick.
Never mind.
Maybe I will. We'll see. Because it was hot. It was like 90 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
And then we pull up to this spot. I'm just like, oh, Carolyn, there's a shark. Because she came out fishing with us, so we see all that. And then throughout the day, we saw more sharks. And this one, like, there's just like, oh, there's one. And it comes up, and I'm looking at it, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. It's just like, I thought that was a shark that was like maybe 2-3 feet long, and it was like an 8.5-foot shark. And I'm just like, I'm not getting in this water.
Never mind.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
My brother hooked into a barracuda. That was cool. But then the next day we went shore fishing. The day after that we went to the river. And then after that, my daughter's like, Dad, I don't want to fish anymore. I'm like, all right, we could go do something else. But
she's a trooper. I would have made it like 1 hour and been like, all right, done fishing.
yeah, she had a lizard that got stuck on the boat. There was a rainstorm the night before, and the lizards will just go find a hole to crawl in.
Yeah.
So we're cruising out there in the ocean. All of a sudden, a lizard pops out of the seat. I was like, Dad, lizard. So we caught it. Or no, it jumped off the boat. We caught it and brought it back on, and she just sat there and played with that lizard for the whole 6 hours we were out there.
Wow. Do you remember when we were in Florida?
Yeah.
Grabbing lizards?
Yep.
Or gecko? Were they lizards?
No, they're lizards. A gecko is a type of lizard.
Oh, that was when I... Makes me think of your geckos.
Kierlin just got one.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. But anyways.
Probably different names.
Yes. Same species. Same color, but different names.
I wish I had a bleep button. Their names were... Yeah. Oh, I could get a bleep button. Anyway. I wanted to go back and say something. This guy right here, who I won't name, but you can see him.
Yep.
He's so full of himself. Insufferable to be around. I don't know if you know this. The other night at the Flamingo, a guy named Brandon Jordan played an acoustic country show, and his guitar player was Scott Bartlett, the founding guitarist of Saving Abel.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. They just played at the Flamingo. There was 3 of us there watching.
That is sick, actually.
And I walked up to them and just started chatting, and I had a bit of an advantage because I was able to bring into the conversation, hey, you guys were just on tour with Overtime. I was his touring drummer last year, but I just started chatting with him. They're so nice, down to earth, humble. Dude, he's a multi-platinum guitarist, and he was just so nice. Just the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And I bought him a shot. I bought Brandon a local beer because they were drinking, and I don't know, man. There's no advantage to arrogance. There's just zero.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I don't get that one. I've got weaknesses.
Yeah, we all
like,
do.
I'm
right?
not saying I'm perfect, but that to me is one that's like, I actively try and avoid that one.
Isaiah's weakness is men.
Next week we'll have Isaiah on to trash you. All right. Well, we're at 2 hours, and I'm going to edit out 30 minutes of me whining about somebody, and then 30 minutes about me whining about somebody else. So we'll be at like 10 minutes by the... No, I'm just kidding. Now I'll probably take out... Anyway, I don't know. Any closing thoughts, any profound statements of wisdom, words of the wise?
No. I don't know. Just enjoy life.
You're 27. If there's somebody under 27 listening, what advice do you have for the young men just getting out of high school, getting ready to do something with their lives? What do you got?
Your dad is smarter than you think he is right now, probably. And if not your dad, then your mom. And if you have neither of those, find someone to mentor you.
Wow.
Because that'll help a lot.
Wow. Well, yeah. Pretty much hits a nail on the head. And if you can't find someone to mentor you, then go live in the forest.
If you can't find someone to mentor you, you should be the mentor for sure. Don't take that literal.
I was just thinking, that gives me an idea. No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap her up. Anything you want to plug? Ezra Dormady Construction.
Yeah, he does okay work. You should call him, but only for work. Shout out. What's the name of the podcast? I'm so sorry.
Joe Rogan?
No, this podcast.
Oh, Montanarchy podcast.
Oh yeah, shout out Montanarchy.
It's. I thought it's a really good name.
It is.
We have not had any sort of a theme, and I've thought, we could do people who live in Montana, history of Montana, science of Montana, culture of Montana. And we pretty much haven't done that at all.
You know who would be a super fun person for you to get on here if you want to talk about history of Montana?
Who?
Austin Haney.
I don't know who that is. Give me his contact info.
I don't have. You can look him up on Facebook. I don't have him on here, but
because
I went to. I somehow knew him through school. Let me see.
If you give me his info, because I've got I have guests that I could do, but I need. Business owners are always good. I really want to have some scientists on, people I know nothing about. I got to have historians.
So that's what he is I think he's a historian.
So he needs to come on here then, because I want people who, I know 100 musicians. I don't need more musicians on the podcast. What I need is no offense, musicians. I'm a musician. Don't come at me.
It looks like he lives in Minnesota now.
Oh, but if you know any, lawyers, if you know any, I know one. If you know lawyers, if you know scientists, I'm going to pause it for a second. Anyway, well, thank you for coming on, Ezra. It has been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
We'll have a presidential style debate with you and Brandon one of these weeks about who is better at, we'll just bring up different categories. Puberty can be the first one. My voice is shut. Whatever. If you haven't figured that out by now, people always ask me, are you sick? What's wrong with your voice? I don't know.
No, just got into metal at a very young age.
I don't even know if that was it. I've always sounded like this.
Yeah. That's why your prank calls never worked.
Yeah, I have a distinct raspy voice, and
I like beef. No, I smell like beef.
My prank calls worked when I called people I didn't know.
True.
But that was the thing. I always called the same people.
Yeah.
I prank called somebody from Central Assembly once, and they were trying to convince me that they were the police. They answered and they were like, hello? And I tried my premise. It was probably something stupid. And they went, thank you for calling Great Falls Police Department. And I was like, you stupid, that's illegal to impersonate the police.
It's also a sin.
It's also a sin. It's illegal. I'm prank calling you. Just hang up. What am I going to do?
That is what's so funny to me about prank calls.
Just
people sit there, they get so mad, and then they won't hang up.
It's great. Those are the fun ones, though, because people who don't get mad, if no one got mad, it'd be boring. But
100%.
If you can just get someone mad, then it's so much fun. We did an episode, Nick and I did a very first episode we didn't release, and I asked him where he was born. And I can't say where he was born because he doesn't like to say.
Saskatchewan.
But he says where he was born, and in post he was like, I don't like that. Let's fix it. And I said, okay, but we have to make it really obviously fake. So you have to use a totally different voice. So you just hear, well, I was born in Idaho. And it was really funny. So, all right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. My name is Jonah. This has been the Montanarchy Podcast. Ezra Dormady Construction. For all of your construction needs. Thanks for listening in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Enjoy the music. I'm going to put some music on.
I just said us. Can you delete that? Thanks for having me.
Nope. You and yourself and you.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I'm going to play a random song that I've never played before, so I hope it's good. Goodbye.